Welcome to another episode of I Know Jax. I'm Joe Talentino. Now here at I Know Jax, we focus on the fun side of Jacksonville. I talk a lot about food. I mean a lot. In most episodes, I visit a restaurant in Jacksonville to talk to the chef or owner and to taste some of their food. I like food. I really like food. Maybe it's my Italian heritage, I don't know, but sitting down to eat with friends or family has to me always been an important part of life. It's something I really enjoy doing. Now, of course, you don't have to go out and eat to do that. And over the years, I dare say that I've learned a lot about cooking and about food from hanging out in kitchens around town. And I'm not going to change that today. This time we're going to visit a new restaurant on Atlantic Boulevard called Empire City. The restaurant is new, but the owner, Korey, well, I met him a few years ago at Epik Burger, which he also owns. But now he's opened a great little gastropub. So I'm hanging out at Empire City Gastropub, and Korey here is going to make us something pretty cool, something pretty typical for a gastropub, right?
I think so.
So what is it, man?
We have a Scotch egg with a hollandaise mousse.
Sounds perfect. Let's go for it. Egg.
Scotch egg is a hard-boiled egg, and we have coated it in sausage and breadcrumbs, and we will throw it right in the fryer.
So it's meat on the outside and egg on the inside.
Yes,
sounds like awesome.
So what we'll do is we'll pop out the egg yolk. So we've made up a hollandaise mousse ahead of time.
Okay, that sounds fancy.
We'll pipe a good helping of that on there.
Well, the good thing about these is they're 0 calorie too, right?
Zero calories.
And
They are low carb though.
And then the stone ground mustard.
And we've got that mixed up with Duke's Brown Ale, so it's a beer whole grain mustard.
That's awesome, and that's got a nice local tie as well. That's cool. So tell me what we're gonna do next, man.
We have a beer battered pork belly BLT sandwich. We've portioned this up on a stick because things are always good on a stick.
Everything's better on a stick.
Heard that somewhere.
I don't know. Chef Korey dips the pork belly in flour and beer batter, then it goes into the fryer.
So we'll get our bread going for the BLT, kind of like grilled cheese. We'll get it going in the saute pan.
So you got a little butter in the bottom there.
A little butter in the bottom.
So you're using brie, huh?
Yes, sir.
Making it a little fancy.
Brie is good with bacon.
Brie is good with everything, isn't it?
Not even a matter of fancy, it just tastes good.
It just tastes good.
We don't really care about fancy here. We're more into what's a little bit different and tastes good.
Yeah. Well, you must know me well, because pork and brie, and what should we be drinking with that? Well, pretty much anything we want, right?
Pretty much anything that can cut out some of the fried stuff is probably good.
So what we got here, man?
We have a sun-dried tomato balsamic vinaigrette going on our spring greens.
Gotcha. That is kind of fancy.
Tastes good.
I'm from North Georgia. Anything that's not a bologna sandwich or a pimento cheese sandwich.
That I don't have.
You know. What inspired you to do Empire City to start with?
Well, I've always wanted to open a full-scale restaurant. We've had Epik Burger for about 3 years. It's been doing great. And I wanted a restaurant that was representing not just local cuisine. If we can use local purveyors, farmers,
Sure.
That's awesome. But I didn't want to be tied down to the style of food to be Southern.
Right.
So Empire,
not just shrimp and grits,
not
right?
just shrimp and grits. So New York City, being a nickname, Empire City, melting pot, all different cuisines from all around the world.
So it gives you a broad palette, so to speak.
Anything that's good bar food, we're going to give it a stab.
So hanging out here in the bar at Empire City with Natalie, and she's gonna make one of their awesome drinks that they're known for, or will be soon. What's it called?
It's gonna be the Jax Mule.
Cool, show me how we make it.
Okay.
And this is local vodka, right?
Mm-hmm. Carved vodka made right here in Jacksonville.
Not many people know that one. That's a fairly new distillery.
They make a great vodka.
Yeah. So lime juice and
It's gonna be
ginger beer. Heck yeah.
Gotta make it pretty on top.
Heck yeah. You guys make all your own juices? You do everything here in-house?
Squeeze all the juices as soon as we come in for our shift so that we never have to worry about it.
I'm ready to drink that bad boy. Hey, I even got recognized and called a local celebrity. That was a new one. Yeah, celebrity, I don't know, but local for sure. So Natalie, what are we gonna make next?
We've got an Empire City blackberry margarita.
Sounds yummy, let's do it.
We're gonna do a half rim of sugar.
Sugar, okay. So, little tequila.
Uh-huh.
This is a, what's that, a reposado?
That is a reposado.
I know my tequilas. Oh, you got the little pieces of blackberry in there. Cool.
We add fresh blackberries before we shake it. Top it off with another fresh blackberry.
And a little lime wedge. I'm liking it. I've got the awesome sandwich they made for us in the back. It's the beer battered pork belly BLT as well as the Scotch egg, and we've added to it some Korean rice cakes and bibimbap, which is made with some Wagyu beef, some of the best beef in the world from Australia. And then we've got our bourbon bramble to wash it all down. Right here at Empire City Gastropub. Didn't that look awesome? I enjoyed their drinks too, so make sure to try out Empire City. They're located in the same shopping center as Fresh Market on Atlantic Boulevard. And when you go, make sure to let Korey and the whole gang know that you saw their story right here on I Know Jax. On Wednesdays, every week I do a short online video that I call the Hump Day Update. Sometimes I give you ideas about fun upcoming events, or I talk about things I have scheduled or upcoming shoots, or a restaurant I recently visited. There's really no deep plan that goes into this. It's just a short video about what strikes my fancy. I like saying strikes my fancy. Hopefully you like it too. You can check out the Hump Day updates on my website at iknowjax.com, and I upload it to Facebook as well on Wednesdays. Duh, it's Hump Day Update. I'm sure you already got that, right? So Tim, tell me how you guys got started with really good beer.
So I've lived in Jacksonville for 20 plus years, and for a year, my wife and I moved to Atlanta. And when we moved to Atlanta, we went up there with a 6-month-old and moved back and actually had 2 kids. But when we lived there, the bar scene was over.
Right.
And you know,
for you anyway.
Yeah, for me anyway, and for both of us. And we really enjoyed just experiencing different beers, and that was what I liked about going to bars, is you could try different beers.
Sure.
And the craft beer movement was starting at the time, and but we basically would go to a growler store that was right around the corner, pick up really good beer to go, take it home, and you know, rinse and repeat, which is kind of what our motto is here.
Right.
You know, it becomes like a propane tank. You take it home, drink it, bring it back. But the goal is each time that folks come in here, like it was with me when I went to the stores in Atlanta, was there's something different on
Right.
it. Because
You guys already getting to learn my taste too. I've been here a few times, so you're going,
Yep.
oh, okay.
Yeah, we figure it out. Figure it out as we go.
But you've got what, 20 taps and you rotate it?
Yep, 20 rotating taps, and with each of those taps there'll be a beer that's on there, and then when that keg goes out, something different typically goes on behind it. We've very seldomly put on the same beer twice.
What's your process for picking beers? Does it taste good? I mean, obviously that's
Yeah,
the one.
yeah, a lot of that, and then it's also, I mean, there's some great information out there now on what beers are ranking really well and doing very well. And as I said, as the movement continues to grow, there's more and more people, with opinions and beer advocate, and those
I have
guys all rank
opinions.
them. Absolutely. So if you come in here, you can do a flight,
Right.
3 4-ounce pours for $5. You can do a pint like these guys, and they range in price just based on what the
it is.
ABV of the beer
Right.
is. And
That's alcohol by volume.
it is. We can go through all of them.
Oh, yeah.
IBU, everything. But what we're looking to do is the first and third Tuesday of each month, we'll start to have a brewery come out. So there'll be a brewery of the week or the month.
So like a tasting.
Yeah, and they'll have a tasting set up for that,
Cool.
that time frame. We are going to do one that's going to be more of a regional type tasting,
Gotcha.
and we'll grab breweries that are located in one region and bring all of them in on one night. So we're
highlight
excited
one
about that
region.
too. Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah, so we're excited about that too, and I think that one's going to run sometime in March. So our goal was always to support the local guys. I think we have some fantastic breweries here.
That's incredible.
And we've got 2
More
or 3.
coming.
Yeah, more coming, and it seems like a new one pops up every day, and I'm excited about them because it's putting Jacksonville on the map when it comes to craft beer. I think we've got some
Asheville, look out, man. We're coming to get you.
next in line.
Are you doing anything with the meaderies?
We are not as of yet.
Right.
We've talked to them about it, and we're trying to figure out exactly what that's going to look like. Because I'm learning more and more as we go.
Yeah. Well, if you need help with that, that's one of my specialties.
Exactly. And ciders are another big channel that we're trying to get down the path
yeah.
of too. A lot of folks are asking about ciders. We do have them in package. We haven't put them on draft as of yet.
Right. You come by, you never know, you might see me sitting here drinking one or two. I know the name of the show is I Know Jax, but today we're going to enlist a little help from the guys from Top to Bottom Tours, and we're going to see a part of Jacksonville that not everybody gets a chance to see.
We got started with the Top to Bottom tours because we got approached by Visit Jacksonville and to do something for the public. So we had been doing private tours, but we wanted to do something for the public. And once we discovered the secret underground tunnels in Jacksonville, we knew we had a tour.
I met up with the group and our guides at the Jacksonville Landing. First, we visited Andrew Jackson. Where have I seen that hat before? Today, we're starting at the top. We went to the 42nd floor of the Bank of America building, the tallest building in Jacksonville. Just look at this view. Next up is the Atlantic National Bank building, where it was time to go down, all the way down to the bottom. Just look at all that brass. That's what it looked like back in the day when it was installed. I asked Gary how he came up with the tour to the vault.
Basically just doing research through the Historical Society, researching buildings, learned about the old banks and the old tunnels, and just took cooperation between the property owners or the property managers and the owners of the buildings. Every top to bottom tour does the top story of Jacksonville. We go up to the top of the Bank of America Tower, the 42nd floor, beautiful skyline views. Every tour does the secret underground tunnels in the old Atlantic National Bank building. Tuesday's tour has a few other buildings like the Florida Theater. Thursday's tour does behind the scenes of the Jacksonville Symphony.
I had a great time, so I guess I got to sign up for the Symphony Tour next. That's it for this week's episode of I Know Jax. I'll be back with another episode, you guessed it, next weekend. But until then, I'll see you on the internet.